All right, let's talk about LinkedIn. Today, we're going to crack the code on how to transform your profile from, just an online resume into a real magnet for opportunities. If you've ever felt like your profile is just lost in the crowd, you're going to want to stick around. We are absolutely about to change that.
You know that feeling, right? It can be so frustrating. You spend all this time polishing every little detail. You list every job you've ever had, and then nothing. Just crickets. And you're left wondering, is anyone, especially the recruiters and hiring managers, even seeing this thing? It's a really common anxiety, but the good news is, it's totally fixable.
And this, right here, this really gets to the heart of the matter. In today's job market, LinkedIn is the main stage. It's the arena. But you know what? Just showing up isn't going to cut it anymore. You're competing with millions of other professionals, so to get noticed, you have to have a smart game plan.
So what is the big secret? Well, it all starts with a huge shift in your mindset. You've got to stop thinking about your profile as a place to just list what you've done. Instead, you need to start thinking about what a recruiter is actively searching for. Seriously, this is the absolute key to getting discovered. This is so fascinating because it really pulls back the curtain on how recruiters actually work. They are not sitting there reading your profile like it's a novel. Nope, they're using LinkedIn search bar like a database, hunting for very specific keywords, skills, job titles, software names. If those keywords aren't on your profile, you are, for all intents and purposes, invisible. You just won't show up. Okay, check out this perfect example. On the left, you've got this very common, kind of vague phrase. It sounds professional, sure, but let me tell you, no recruiter on earth is searching for the phrase results-oriented professional. But on the right, that's what they're actually typing in, concrete, searchable keywords. Here's a pro tip for you. Find job descriptions for the roles you want, pull out the most common skills and terms, and make sure those exact words are sprinkled throughout your profile. That is how you become visible. Okay, so now that we've got that new mindset, let's get practical. We are going to focus on rebuilding the core of your profile. The goal here is to shift it from being this passive list of duties to an active, compelling story that's packed with all those keywords that are going to get you noticed. We're going to focus on these three heavy hitters: your headline, your summary section, and your experience section. Trust me, just optimizing these three areas will have the biggest, most dramatic impact on getting you found and, more importantly, getting you noticed. All right, first up, the headline. Please don't just put marketing manager at XYZ company. That is such a huge missed opportunity. Think of your headline as your personal billboard. You need to pack it with the core skills and titles a recruiter would actually search for. Something like content marketing manager, SEO and SEM strategy, B2B SaaS, Google Analytics. Just like that, you're instantly telling them exactly what you do and showing up in way more searches. Next is your summary, that about section. This is not the place to just copy and paste old job duties. No way. Instead, I want you to think of this as your professional story. What kind of problems do you love to solve? And who do you solve them for? This is your chance to weave your top skills and best achievements into a really powerful pitch about who you are and the value you bring.
Now we move to the experience section, and this right here, this is the golden rule. A hiring manager, they already know the basic responsibilities of a project manager. What they really want to know is what you specifically accomplished. What was the impact of your work? What results did you actually deliver?
Let's look at this side by side. Responsible for managing ad campaigns. I mean, it's passive, it's vague. But now look at the after. It is specific, it's quantified, it's full of numbers. 5 companies, a $50,000 budget, over 2 years. This version doesn't just tell them you did the job, it shows them you did it at scale and got real results. It builds instant credibility.
And hey, here's another quick pro tip for your bullet points. I want you to start every single one with a strong action verb, like the ones you see here. Instead of saying was responsible for, say managed or increased or developed. It sounds so much more confident, it's more direct, and it puts the focus on your impact.
So, now your profile is optimized. It's ready for action. But listen, the work isn't done yet. A great profile is the foundation, but now it's time to activate it. It's time to use it as the powerful networking tool it was meant to be.
If you remember just one thing from this whole explainer, make it this number. Up to 85% of jobs are filled through networking. Just applying online into that digital black hole is the least effective strategy you can have. Your network is your single greatest asset in your job search, and LinkedIn is the place to build and use it.
And you know, this is the real power of networking. It lets you completely sidestep that frustrating formal application process. You can connect directly with the people who make the decisions, the recruiters, the hiring managers, the team leads. This direct line of communication is a total game changer.
So how do you network the right way? First, always personalize your connection requests. A generic one just gets ignored. Be really clear and concise about why you're reaching out. And remember, the goal here is to build a relationship, not just to immediately ask for a job. A good tip is to have a few message templates ready to go that you can quickly adapt. This approach is both personal and super efficient.
Okay, let's bring it all together now. We've built the profile, we've activated the network. Now let's map out the complete path from where you are right now all the way to landing that interview.
You see, it's a clear, logical progression. It all starts with an optimized profile that actually gets you found in searches. That great profile gives you the credibility you need to do strategic networking. Your networking then allows for direct outreach to key people, and that is what ultimately lands you the interview, letting you bypass hundreds of other applicants. Each step builds directly on the last one. If there's one crucial point to take away from all this, it's this. You have to stop treating your LinkedIn profile like a dusty, passive resume you've stuck in a drawer somewhere. It's an active tool. It's a tool for connection and opportunity. Engage with it, connect with people, share your voice. That is the real path to success.
And that brings us to the end. You know, the theory is great, but it's the action that really matters. Your next big career move, maybe even your dream job, could literally be waiting for you on the other side of a single, well-crafted connection request. So, thinking about everything we've just covered, who are you going to reach out to today?